The purpose is we are a pressure group. We pressure the government, we pressure the Islamic leaders to deal with these problems.
Okay.
These problems are in their community.
Let me bring Tommy in. Hi, Tommy.
Hello.
Hi, good morning. What would you like to say?
Well, it was as regards to the march in Luton. Now, I live in a little village just outside Ely. Nothing ever happens here. It's very, very boring. And I only hear about Islam and, you know, through the BBC and the papers. And I just wanted to say, because we don't see like a majority of Muslims around here, it doesn't mean it's not happening. So when you do have a march, like the EDL are having a march, well, I wanted to know, where else should they have had the march? You know, if you're bad at school, you go to see the headmaster. You take the problem head on. You know, if you're at war with a country, you bomb that country. You know.
Yes, but if you know that marching in a certain town is going to be, you know, like putting petrol on a fire, is it still wise to do it?
Well, it gets you heard, doesn't it? If the EDL had a march in the middle of the countryside in...
Yes, but Tommy, with the greatest of respect, you don't live anywhere near Luton. If somebody lives in Luton, they may not want they may not want their town being in the headlines again because there's been some, you know, dreadful protest that's got out of hand. I mean, let's hope it doesn't.
Yeah, as the EDL got any history of any of their marches getting out of hand as regards to, you know, shops being smashed. Now, you know, that's another thing. If I owned a shop, which I don't, you know, I'm a roofer, but if I did own a shop and someone said, tomorrow I'm going to get 4,000 people to walk past your shop, surely, I mean, I'm not a businessman, but surely I would want to open my shop.
We've actually had shops contacting us, asking us. The police have advised them to shut. We've actually had them contacting us, asking if they can stay open. We've had cafes, we've had corner shops in Hightown asking us, can they stay open for the trade? We've assured them, which we were also doing in the Farley Hill estate. We went to all the shops. We said we'll put 2 of our own security on your door so you feel safe. We will security because no English Defence League have ever attacked a shop. It's laughable. This is scaremongering tactics by the council in order to demonise our organisation and to distort the message that we're coming with.
Let's bring Abdullah in Luton in. Hi, Abdullah.
Hi, how you doing, Jonathan?
Yeah, well, thank you. What would you like to say?
Well, I'd like to say, just on that point, Steve actually saying that he can grant security to the people, yeah, and that he can give security to the shopkeepers. But if you think about it for a moment, and it's widely available, the YouTube videos that spread all over the internet, his boys up in Leicester, they gathered together. Remember, they had a procession, as they're going to do tomorrow, 2 hours beforehand, going through areas filled with pubs and drunks. Okay?
Sorry, there was no procession in Leicester, actually. The Home Secretary banned it.
No, there was.
No, the Home Secretary banned it, mate. There wasn't.
And EDL, they walked into shops, in chicken and chip shops, threatened young men, pushed men about, pulled scarves of women, picked on little children in chicken and chip shops, widely available.
Abdullah, do you live in Luton?
Yes, I live in Luton.
And how do you feel about what's going to happen tomorrow?
Well, I can honestly tell you, being a person on the ground, and I've been around many of the Muslims as well, Muslims are really scared as such, because Muslims and the Asian community as well, they're ready and they're firm. Okay,
not to say that they're fighting as such. I can understand you're scared. I understand. I do understand.
Yeah, but what do you say to Abdullah? Here is Abdullah.
I don't feel good when I hear that. I don't feel good when I think Muslim women or Muslim children, Muslim families are scared. I don't feel good.
Others are scared as well, not just Muslims.
I don't feel good at all.
You're trying to say that there's never been a procession that's gone out of control. What happened in Bradford?
No, I didn't say there. I didn't say there hasn't been a procession out of control, mate. We've been attacked by Muslim gangs at every one of our demonstrations. It will happen again on Saturday. But I feel bad when I hear that. I'm not going to deny that. I don't want to think of Muslims living in fear. But what the Muslim community must realise is, our community, for 15 years, we've lived in fear. We are still living in fear. Is it the White House?
How are you living in fear?
Because the White House is shut because of death threats. The Farley Hill residents at the shops and the pub have had to shut because of death threats. We're all getting death threats. We are living in fear. Let's not pretend we're not.
What this our and their community? What is this our and their community?
People know you on the street, yeah? People actually
this is being divisive.
Yeah.
Character for who you are. I can understand why you'd be so antagonistic towards the Sharia. You know, just for a moment. I'm not really very learned as such in the Sharia, but for a guy being a drug pusher, being known to be that kind of person...
Okay, so you're letting someone come on the radio and make up rubbish now, so...
No.
Well done.
Calm down. Don't get too angry. You're known for these kind of things. Many of the junkies on the streets know you and your boys.
All right, Abdullah, I'm going to cut you off.
Is this for real?
Abdullah's calling, but do you want to respond to what he's just said?
I'd love to respond to it. Nice try, Abdullah. If you want to go and get on the radio and try and spread rumours about people, mate, then why don't we talk about the real issues like Sharia?
Okay,
Yeah,
Alison.
that is a joke.
Alison has texted in. She says both sides, militants, are as bad as each other. They are never going to compromise. I'm finding it hard to listen to Stephen. He may not be raising his voice, but his manner is aggressive, and he won't listen to others. With leaders like him, organisations do themselves no favours. Do you accept that, although you're not raising your voice, Stephen, you are quite aggressive in terms of the way you butt in all the time?
I do not accept at all that I'm aggressive. I accept that I feel strongly about my opinion. I feel strongly about my organisation's opinion, and I want to voice my community's concerns.
Isn't that part of what all of this is about? There may well be reasonable debates to have here. There may well be reasonable debates about Sharia law.
Yeah, we can't have the debates because everyone just says...
Yes, but we can't have the debates if it becomes inflamed and it becomes actually not about having a sensible discussion to try and come to some kind of conclusion. It becomes all about everyone getting angry.
Of course. Well, a sensible discussion, which I tried to have, which I'll try again now. Zafar, are you anti-Sharia?
Oh, listen, I've told you, I don't want to go into that now.
Actually, I want to respond to him.
Okay.
Look, this country has a 1,000-year history. It has well-established laws that are made by a democratic parliament. Also, this country has common law, which has evolved over the past 800 years. Now, Sharia law is never going to become law of Britain. Now, this is an absolutely inappropriate scaremongering approach that EDL and Mr. Robinson is taking.
Look, as I said to you earlier, I don't want this discussion to become about Sharia law. I'm happy to get you both back in on another programme, and we can make the whole hour. Hang on, but make the whole hour about Sharia law. And this morning on the phone-in, I'm asking, are you scared about what's planned in Luton tomorrow? Thousands of protesters are set to gather in Luton. They're from the English Defence League, who say they're demonstrating against militant Islam, and Unite Against Fascism, who are demonstrating against the EDL, who they believe are a racist organisation. In the studio with me this morning, although only up until 10, Stephen Lennon, who's the leader of the English Defence League, and also Zafar Khan, who's founding chair of Luton Council of Faiths and himself a practising Muslim. Your calls continue to come in. Keep them coming in, please. 08459 455 555. Let's bring Paul in. Hello, Paul.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning. You're through to myself, to Stephen and to Zafar. What would you like to say?
Yeah, well, we're working in Luton. We're from Enfield, and we've obviously been discussing this EDL march tomorrow. And we got the paper this morning, the Daily Mail, on page 27. We read an article, and we've all decided to stay and support the EDL.
Why?
Well, a 14-year-old girl was whipped to death in Pakistan by Islamic clerics. She was raped by her cousin. And to me, that is a little bit naughty.
That's Sharia law, that is, mate.
It was Bangladesh, and it wasn't her cousin, it was a married man. I also read this story somewhere, not in Daily Mail, but it wasn't Pakistan, it was Bangladesh.
She was raped. What did she do?
That's Sharia law.
She probably was, which is not right.
That's Sharia law. That's what Sharia law is. That's why we're scared. That's what I'm trying to get.
Sharia law sanctions rape of young girls? Is that what you are saying?
No, what I'm saying is when a girl...
You are just putting out
has to be
a lot of falsehoods.
Are you anti-Sharia, Zafar?
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're pro-Sharia, so you're not going to go against it, are you?
Let's bring Bushra.
What is this bogey? Sharia bogey.
Let's bring Bushra in Bedford in. Hi, Bushra.
This Sharia bogey.
Hello, good morning. If you can be heard, what would you like to say, Bushra?
I would like to start with Stephen. He thinks that he's a leader. He's trying to lead his league, but I don't think he's got the qualities of a leader.
What do you mean by that?
Leaders supposed to listen as well as they deliver.
Well, has he not listened? Is he not listening to you now?
Sorry, Stephen, but the way I'm listening to him for last about 45, 50 minutes, he's not listening to anybody, whatever they're trying to say. Sorry, Stephen, you need to develop.
Bushra, I don't want to be the leader. I never want to be the leader of this organisation.
Then why are you leading all that?
Because I've had no choice. This is the way it's gone. This is it. We started it. I feel strongly about it. I don't want to be in this position, do I?
But you are
our politicians should be doing it.
Portraying yourself as a leader.
Because our politicians are not doing it.
Let me just carry on, okay? You shouldn't be worried about Sharia law, okay? That's not your problem. Okay? There are authorities, government, they can know how to deal with it.
Yeah, well, there's 100 Sharia law courts in this country.
Listen, if they know how to implement or take away VAT or give us job cuts or losses or pay cuts or benefit cuts, they know how to deal with this. when they know when the right time, they will deal with it. You and me, we're not here to deal with this, okay?
Okay,
if we try and do it, the game will be out of our hands.
Okay, well in 2003 the European Court of Human Rights completely outlawed the Sharia law after an in-depth investigation due to their views on homosexuals, their views on women and their views on infidels. That's me. Now why have we got 100 Sharia law courts in this country?
Okay.
If our government are going to deal with it.
Next one is,
precisely,
you're portraying you're not aggressive, you're not fighting here, but you are. Even people coming from not us Muslims, other people are saying that you are being very aggressive. What are you doing? You're keeping your tone very low, but you're aggravating people.
Okay, Bushra, thank you very much indeed. Let me bring Michael in Aylesbury in. Hi, Michael.
Hello there.
Hi. What would you like to say?
Well, I just wanted to say, actually, that I live in Aylesbury, and the EDL marched in Aylesbury last, I don't know, September time, I think it was. And we had all this business here with the police and the council saying, oh, board everything up and blah, blah, everybody stay at home. The day came, all the shops boarded up, and there was absolutely no problem whatsoever. No windows got smashed, nothing at all.
Do you think it's fair, though, to compare Aylesbury with Luton?
Oh, what, because
why not?
Well, but the reason I say that, Stephen, there's no need to roll your eyes. The reason I'm saying it is an obvious reason. The fact that there's such a massive Muslim community in Luton, there's not such a big...
No, there is a big... That will surprise you. There is a big Islamic community.
It's not as big as Luton.
No, it's not as big. But so what we're saying is we're boarding the shops up because the Muslims are going to come out and attack us. Is that what we're saying there? Is that what you think?
No. I'm saying that if people are boarding up their shops, perhaps it's because they are concerned that the protest will get out of hand.
The English Defence League protests have never smashed a window. That's what I'm saying. We've never caused effect to business. We've never caused... Not even a pub window has been smashed by the English Defence League. So why the scaremongering by our council?
All right, listen, Michael, we've got to leave it there. I just want to give, because we're going to continue this discussion in the next hour, and the phone lines are still very much open. In 30 seconds, I want to give you both just to have an opportunity to have your final say, because I know it's been a heated discussion. Okay. What would you like to say about tomorrow, Stephen?
The English Defence League we will endeavour to do everything we can to keep our protest peaceful as usual. If you're worried about Sharia law, you're worried about militant Islam, you're worried about the effect on our culture and Englishness and Britishness in this country, be in Luton tomorrow. Come and join our protest. Have your voices heard.
Zafar, what would you like to say about tomorrow?
Tomorrow I would say to Lutonians to stay away and ignore EDL. Britain is a great country. It has great traditions. It is, as a society, it is contemporary Britain is at ease with itself. It is a diverse society and a plural society. And outside of Britain, Britain has a very high reputation for its laws and for the way it deals with itself. And I'm proud to be a British person. I'm proud to be a Lutonian. And I just hope that people who have listened to this debate will take note of the scaremongering tactics of the EDL.
Fine. Thank you very much indeed to both of you for coming in. There is Stephen Lennon, who's also known as Tommy Robinson, who's the leader of the English Defence League, and Zafar Khan, who's founding chair of the Luton Council of Faiths and himself a practising Muslim.